Cancer. This week opens like the tide just before a turning. The sun continues its journey through Pisces, a fellow water sign, and this gentle current flows through the region of your chart that governs wisdom, distance, and the larger meaning behind your experiences. When the sun moves through Pisces, life often feels more symbolic. Events carry messages beneath their surface, and intuition becomes a compass that quietly guides you forward. But this week, the water runs deeper. Mercury is still retrograde in Pisces, traveling through the same region of your chart where the sun now shines. Mercury retrograde often pulls our attention backward, toward memories, unfinished conversations, and ideas that require reconsideration. Early in the week, Mercury meets Mars in this same sign. Mars is a planet of movement and courage, and when it joins Mercury during a retrograde cycle, something that has been quietly waiting may suddenly ask for expression. You may feel the urge to speak a truth you've been holding inside, or you may revisit an old belief about the direction of your life. Sometimes, the most powerful journeys begin not with travel, but with a shift in perspective. Midweek brings a moment that feels strangely meaningful. Mercury aligns with the North Node, the point astrologers associate with destiny. When this happens, words and ideas can carry a deeper significance. You might hear something that resonates unexpectedly. A conversation may spark a realization about where your path is leading, or a message may arrive that feels as though it was meant specifically for you. Trust the subtle signals. They often appear quietly, but their meaning grows over time. Meanwhile, Venus travels through Aries, high in your chart, illuminating the realm of career and public direction. Venus here can bring opportunities to align your work with something that feels more authentic. But Venus is also forming a tense connection with Uranus in Taurus during the middle of the week. Uranus represents sudden change and awakening. When Venus and Uranus interact, surprises can appear in social circles or professional relationships. Someone may reveal unexpected support, or you may realize that your ambitions are shifting towards something new. For Cancer, whose heart often leads the way, these realizations can feel both exciting and slightly unsettling. But remember that Uranus does not bring chaos without purpose. It awakens what has been quietly evolving beneath the surface. Toward the end of the week, the sun approaches the final degree of Pisces, the last moment before Aries season begins. For you, this is a turning point between exploration and action. The days just before the sun changes signs often feel reflective. You may find yourself thinking about where you have been over the past year and what you are ready to pursue next. And as the sun prepares to enter Aries, the highest point in your chart, a new chapter of visibility and ambition begins to stir. But for now, the water remains calm. This week is not about rushing forward. It is about listening. Listening to the conversations that return. Listening to the intuition that rises from within. And listening to the quiet voice of destiny that sometimes speaks through the smallest moments. If you follow that voice, Cancer, it will guide you exactly where you need to go.
Cancer, your tarot card is the Knight of Pentacles. This is the card of patience, persistence, and steady progress. While some weeks bring sudden change, the Knight of Pentacles reminds us that real success is often built through consistent effort. With powerful emotional currents moving through your chart this week, you may feel tempted to rush toward answers. But the Knight encourages a different rhythm. Move slowly. Move deliberately. Pay attention to the small steps that support your long-term goals. You may not see dramatic results immediately, but every quiet action you take now strengthens the foundation beneath your future. And Cancer, the Knight of Pentacles always reaches the destination because it never abandons the journey.
Cancer, the I Ching offers hexagram 48, water over wind, called the well. This hexagram represents a source of nourishment that exists beneath the surface. a well that continues to provide water regardless of the changing world above it. In life, the well symbolizes the emotional and spiritual resources we carry within ourselves. This week may invite you to reconnect with that inner source. You may discover that the strength you need has always been present, quietly waiting to be drawn upon. The well reminds us that external circumstances may change, but the deeper reservoir of wisdom within you remains constant. And Cancer, when you draw from that well, you become a source of nourishment for others as well.
Cancer, the rune appearing for you is Berkano. Berkano is the rune of growth, renewal, and nurturing energy. It is often connected with new beginnings that require patience and care, much like the early growth of a tree. This rune suggests that something gentle yet important may begin unfolding in your life. It could be a relationship, a creative idea, or a new phase of personal healing. Berkano reminds us that beginnings rarely arrive fully formed. They grow through attention, kindness, and time. And Cancer, when you nurture what begins now, it may develop into something strong and enduring.
The stars have shared their message for this week, but their story is always unfolding. Before you go, I would love to know something. Where in the world are you watching from tonight? Leave your country or region in the comments below. It's beautiful to see how many hearts around the world are listening beneath the same sky. If this message resonated with you, please like the video so it can reach others who may need this guidance too. And if you'd like to continue receiving these weekly whispers from the cosmos, subscribe to Lumen Lores and tap the bell so the next message finds you. Until we meet again beneath the stars, trust your intuition.